Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at this Toshiba Satellite T1900s. Now this is a laptop from 1993 and it has got 20 megabytes of RAM, incredible, and I'm not sure if this is the 120 or 200 megabyte hard drive model, but we'll soon find that out anyway. It's got 640 by 480 resolution and it's quite a nice machine actually, very good condition for its age. So anyway, let's dig right in. So around the front we have got the battery slot there, where my thumb is, and 3.5 inch floppy diskette drive there. Cosmetically it's okay around this side. If I turn it around here, we have got obviously the keyboard and the mouse, I believe are PS2 ports, and round here this is an expansion bay, completely empty. Obviously something would have sat in there, although it works just fine without it. Just a bit of paint to put back on. This one here, if I slot this over, it will cover them ports. That, presume, my hypothesis is because it covers up the PS2 mouse and keyboard ports, that must be something to do with keyboards and mouses, presumably. So if I turn it around the back, we've got a great number of peripheral, yes, we've got peripheral ports there and there, for various different things. And if I turn it around this way, we have got the charge input, very odd power button there, which I couldn't find at first actually. And around here we have a useless thing. You literally open it up and it's just a plastic wall. So that's handy. Anyway, so we've obviously got these screen catches there, and on the opposite side they aren't in the same position. So it's a bit funny opening the screen, but if I do open the screen now, you will see, you will see that it is in reasonable condition. The keyboard's alright, screen's okay, hasn't really been sun bleached that much over the years. I'm going to be keeping this computer out of the shade, out of the sun rather. Anyway, couple more points of interest. It obviously came with the Windows for Workgroups 3.1 floppy diskettes for the installers. Dr. Solomans Antivirus Toolkit 7.03. Wow. And what is this one? Version 1.57. This one is Find Virus, so I presume that this is virus definitions and this is the actual program itself. Well, you know when Windows nags you about your antivirus program being out of date, I wonder what it'll have to say about that one. Moving up onto the Office suite that came with this computer. This is Word Perfect from Novell Perfect Office for Windows. It has 10 programs and got program 2, and then the first one is the setup disk, which has got a bit of weathering on it, but that's okay. So we will test this out at a later date, probably on a virtual machine, because then you could see it a bit better. So I believe that is it for everything else. Let's cut to the chase now and actually start the thing up. So interestingly enough, if I zoom the camera in here, I've just plugged this in, you can see there the battery light is now on red, which means there is some charge going to the cell. But I don't particularly want that because the battery after all these years is going to be sludge inside. So I'm just going to start it up, and there we go, the battery light's gone off now. It's no longer charging it, thank goodness. I mean, I've had a few computers. There was a oh, sorry, I just left a floppy disk inside it. There we go. There was an old Panasonic Toughbook CF27, and the battery on that got rather warm, so I mean, I'm not having any of that, so I had to throw that out and buy a replacement for it. Oh crikey, that's classic. Windows for Workgroups 3.11. Now, I'm just going to have to pause it. Right, so I've had to pause the video because when this first starts up, it actually comes up with somebody's name on a Microsoft Office splash screen, and that's their full name. So obviously I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me, so for privacy reasons I had to cut that out. So I'm going to go and have a look. I don't have a PS2 mouse. I did, but it decided to break literally a week before recording, which is irritating, but I'm sure I can get a new one cheaply online rather. So this is control panel. I mean, there's not much else I can really show on this, apart from an interesting note, which is the date and time. This CMOS battery in this computer is good. It wasn't when I first got it, because it did complain that I didn't know the date and time, but I updated it and a week later it's still fine. So, it's a bit funny, isn't it? Maybe it is actually got a good CMOS battery, which is very odd for its age. But anyway, let's go out of control panel and this one, and let's go to something which we all know does not need a mouse, which is this, MS-DOS 6.22. And I have been up to a few things on this. If I go into the floppy drive, for a future video, I have decided that I'm going to take all of these Windows 3.1 programs and see what happens when I load them in different versions of the Microsoft Windows operating system. And most notably, I'm going to try this on Linux as well. Not sure which distribution I'm going to go for, but I'm going to use the Wine Windows program loader and see how much success we have with it, which should be interesting. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video today, and one other thing for a future one is this antiquated antivirus. I'm going to see what happens when I attempt to load this on modern operating systems. Now, I don't know if it'll be right with Windows 10, because that's a Windows NT based operating system, but if I try everyone's favourite OS that has ever existed, Windows Millennium Edition, because that's based on MS-DOS, technically that should run this no issues, which shall be interesting. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you did, feel free to support my channel by simply subscribing to it, as it gives me more motivation to make future videos. Okay, thank you very much, and goodbye.